touch is like cocoa butter on my heart. Oh, your kiss is like cocoa butter on my heart.
Make some noise here for Ronald Dixon and our partners here at Studio 202. Our special guest tonight, a 4-time Grammy winner. She has 21 Grammy nominations underneath her belt. She's performed with the likes of Stevie Wonder, Elton John, Santana, Sade, Adele, Pink, Winona Judd, just to name a few. And if that doesn't float your boat, she's recently performed for President Barack Obama, Oprah Winfrey, Nelson Mandela, who we keeping in prayer, you know, for his health right now, the Dalai Lama, and our past President Clinton as well, you know. Now you know her name. You know who you've been waiting for. India.Arie, so honored that she's chosen us here at Bliss.FM Studio 202, the Raheem DeVaughn Show, to promote her brand new project, which will be out June 25th. It's called Song Versation. And it's my pleasure to welcome to my stage tonight, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for India.Arie. Make me want to touch myself. Well, hello, my chocolate royalness. Welcome to the Raheem DeVaughn Show.
Wow.
Have a seat.
Okay, well, it wasn't ready for that.
It's right at home, you know.
Well, damn.
What's unique about...
You have a real cool thing right here.
What's unique about this is that these are your fans. You're lucky fans that
this is so cool.
you know, have the opportunity to get up close and personal with you and show their appreciation, of course, with all their loud applause and
that was so cool.
claps and everything. I tried to give you the great entrance. You know, before we get into all the questions and everything, welcome to DC once again. I know you're no stranger here.
Yes, thank you.
So it's an honor to have you on the stage, and it's actually very humbling. You know what I mean? Like, as an artist, I remember buying your first album and, you know what I mean? And,
really?
and falling in love with it. So
thank you.
Yeah, so it's an honor to have you here tonight. You know,
Thank
get
you.
to pick your brain and all that cool stuff.
Well, I want to say something to you.
Okay, what do you want to say to me?
I remember, I think it was the first time I met you. It could have been maybe the second time or something, but I think it was the first time I met you at Sugar Hill in Atlanta. And you talked about having a vision of having a place where people could come and be with you. And it's an honor to be here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So before we get into all the questions and everything, let's talk about your mission statement to spread love, healing, peace, and joy through
the power of words and music.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's your mission statement, so you should know
I say it a lot.
That's all
Yes,
right. I
yes.
get a little tongue twisted from time to time. What does that mean to you? How did you find that mission statement? What inspires you?
I was inspired to create a mission statement, period, outside of what it is. As you may remember, the first year I came out, I got nominated for 7 Grammys. And I won. Yeah, it was amazing.
Well deserved.
I agree. I mean, we all should get Grammy nominations.
Right? Yeah.
There's so many categories, we should all get it. And then I didn't win any. And
that was wrong.
I thought it was I didn't think it was wrong. I just thought it was so political. And it bothered me because of that. It was like this big thing I just couldn't control, and it bothered me. And so my intention began to get distorted. It was like, then I wanted him so bad, and I want to win, and I was mad, and I was thinking about it, and I was telling people, and, like the whole thing that really wasn't me.
Do you feel like it kind of maybe at a period of time tampered with your creativity? Like, where you kind of feel like, well, all right, let me work towards the Grammy.
I didn't feel like I could change my music enough to win a Grammy, but it tampered with me and my feelings, and therefore tamper with my creativity, because your creativity is wherever you are. You know, your voice is wherever you are. And so, and then the people around me were all into, like, you got to win next year, and da-da-da. So they were tampering with me, you know, but it wasn't about the music anyway. It was about, you know, other things. But so the second year I went, I got nominated, and I won too, but it wasn't televised. I won too.
Yeah, because people, for those that don't know,
yeah,
the Grammys actually start at 12 noon.
Yeah.
There's a completely separate room that most times that the artists are put, you know, I guess our artists, or like the blues categories, or the gospel category and whatnot, you know, they're not televised. So this is why when you watch the Grammys throughout the portion of the night, and you may not know, you know, people that, you know, for the DC people that are rooting for, you know, the Raheem DeVaughn, or Atlanta that's rooting for India.Arie, you know what I mean? You don't find out to the next day or a week later that, wait, they didn't get the Grammy they should have got, or they did win it in some case. You don't find that out because it's very separated. You know what I mean? From the, although I will say, I will applaud the fact that there was as far as for the urban community, you know, in our music, there was a strong presence this year. But I felt like that it was definitely that they were pressured into that.
Because everybody was.
Although I don't
about
know.
to get all into it. I don't want to go into
No
all
doubt,
that. I was about to go into the urban alternative category and what happened and blah blah blah.
No doubt.
Anyway, so the second year I won too, and then it wasn't televised, but the dream of every artist is to win and be on TV and say, thank you, Mom, right? That's the dream. And so when it wasn't televised, I was like, okay, now I need to figure out how to stop this.
Like, okay, where's the camera?
Yeah.
Am I being punked?
Yeah, it was kind of like that. But, you know, the year that I won, they had no black artists on the whole televised program. I think it was like when the war first started, and so I feel like they didn't want a bunch of black artists getting up there and being outspoken as we are. And so there was nobody. The hip-hop performance was Eminem, you know, with the roots backing him. That was the only black artist on stage. You know, black music sets the popular culture around the whole world. So how does it make sense that this is not on the Grammy televised? So I said that a little bit. And you know, and so I was like, I need to get myself together and figure out how to keep myself focused on what I love to do. And that's why I created that mission statement. And so the words, to spread love, healing, peace, and joy through the power of words and music, I see myself as a healer and less of an entertainer. But I realize I'm in the entertainment industry and people see you the way that they see you. But for me, music is a spiritual work. And I pray for my songs, and I pray over them, and I pray for what they will do. And, you know, like, I mean, you know, so to spread love, healing, peace, and joy through the power of words and music, which is really how I see Stevie Wonder. I didn't want to sing like Stevie Wonder. I never thought I could, but I wanted to make people feel the way he made them feel. And so that's what that mission statement means to me.
How do you stay true to that statement? Like, how do you stay connected to that?
The beauty of having a mission statement is you can test anything against it. You can test your clothes against it. You can test the shows you choose against it. You can test your road crew against it. You can test, you know, because the people around you, if they don't believe in your mission, they don't need to be there. But if you have a mission and you know what it is, then you can decide, you know. I test everything against it. But, I mean, it's what I really believe, so I kind of make those choices naturally. And I'm sure there are some things I do that are outside of it, like criticize other people's music or whatever. But, I mean, you know, this is, you know, I'm a musician, and I have an opinion about everything, so everything musical. But in general, that's what I aspire to do, and I hope when I'm 80 that that's how people know me. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you. I think I'm going to start with one of my classics. I feel like I have to do that for y'all. Can I get more guitar, Ollie? Testing, testing, yeah. Hey. Oh, a little bit more. Little bit more. Hey. Yes. Brown skin. You know I love your brown skin. I can't tell yours begin.
can't tell where mine is. Brown skin, a little bit more. Up against my brown skin. Need some every now and then. Oh, yeah. Where are your people from? Maybe Mississippi or an island. Apparently your skin has been kissed by the sun. You make me wanna Hershey's kiss your licorice, yeah. Every time I see your lips, it makes me think of honey-coated chocolate. Your kisses are worth more than gold to me. I'll be your almond joy, you'll be my sugar daddy. Hey, brown skin, you know I love you. Brown skin, I can't tell where yours begins. I can't tell where mine is. Brown skin, up against my brown skin. Need some every now and then. Every now and then, yeah, yeah. Fresh. Skin so brown, it's so round, baby. How can I be down? How can I be down? Yeah. Beautiful mahogany, you make me feel like a queen.
Said you make me feel like a queen, yeah, yeah.
Tell me what's that thing you do that makes me wanna get next to you, yeah, yeah. Feel like yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you.
So let's fast forward. Songversation
Yes.
will be your 5th album. It's releasing in a couple of weeks, a few weeks from now. And how this will be your 5th album?
My 5th.
How do you feel that it's going to be? You know, how do you feel it's different from the music you put out in the past? Like, she did it, Ma. I did it.
You stumped
Your
me.
mom told me to put you under the gun tonight. She gave me permission. She gave me. She said she did it. So we got one already, Mom. She said she did it. She said that's exactly what you would do too. Like,
I don't know. I feel like I'm so different than I was in the past. I've been through this. I've been gone for 4 years and going through a lot of growth and transformation and transition and maturing and hardships with different stuff. Just going through a lot over the last 4 years is a long time when you think about emotional growth and all the things you can go through in that time. So I think it's different from the other music in the subject matter, in the strength of the subject matter, not the style of it. I still speak my mind, and it's about spiritual ideals and about love and all that stuff. But it's more that thing that happens as you grow up. You're like, I don't care what anybody thinks. Like, this is what I think is true, and whoever likes it, likes it. Like that. It's more that.
now I know you have a writing team you like to work with. It's like consistent, and I know that you pen a lot of your songs.
Yeah.
How are you a type of artist that wears it on your sleeve? How much of your music would you say you wear like on your sleeve?
It's all me.
It's all you.
It's all me.
Okay.
I want to tell you something.
Okay.
I had another album that I worked for 3 years on. You know how that feels when you work on something for 3 years. So it's called Open Door. It was a world music project. I was doing it as a collaboration with the Israeli pianist. And I loved those songs. Like, I loved them. Because it came on the heels of thinking I was going to retire, firing my whole team, moving to this little island in the Pacific Northwest. I was just like, that's it. I'm done. And so it came on the heels of that. And so I loved the music, but I loved the endeavor because of where it was coming from. You know, like I was just free. I was singing in Hebrew. Like, it was amazing. We did a tour, and the audience would come and be dead, pin drop quiet, listen to me sing in all these languages, and we got a standing ovation every night. And we produced the tour. Like, it was just all me. No label support. I paid for the whole thing. And then late October, it was coming. I felt it coming, but I was just trying to ignore it because we were not agreeing on how the business should be run. Me and the Israeli,
all right.
The Israeli musician. We weren't agreeing with how the business should be run, and so I really had no choice but to shelve it. Because if I had done what he was trying to get me to do with the business, it would have been the same thing that made me want to quit 4 years before.
I got you, man.
So,
just put it out. That's
I mean, eventually.
You know what happens? Like, it just gets leaked by surprise.
Yeah, things just happen. Things just happen. And I feel like things might just happen.
India.Arie, like, I'm the
I don't know what happened.
Engineer must have just put that out.
I feel like it's gonna have its moment. But right now, so November 1st, I started Songversation.
Okay.
And I'm slow, like with songwriting and stuff.
What's the writing? What's the creative process like? You have like a chocolate brown skin statue, man, in the studio like a muse or like what?
You know what I like to do? Be someplace that's beautiful. So I'm living on this little island in the Pacific Northwest.
It starts with the guitar.
It starts with the intention. That's where I was going with the whole Open Door story. With Songversation, I was exhausted from Open Door, from the tour, and from all the stuff and everything. And so when I started Songversation, I took a weekend. Like I was devastated. I'm not gonna lie. And then I took a weekend and was like, I realized that. I mean, I keep alluding to this thing. Like I just went through a lot in the last 4 years, and so I realized that I'm ready to be back out with people, and so I need some music. And so I gave myself 6 months. And that's unheard of for me. It's unheard of. So what we did, I sat with Shannon Sanders, I think you might know his name, who I've been writing a lot of my stuff with over the years. Blue Miller, who's here.
Blue's in the house. Blue.
Yes. I work with
Blue's
David.
a cool dude, man.
He
never changes.
You have no idea.
Nah, I just can pick up.
I've been working with him since Acoustic Soul, since my first demos for Acoustic Soul. Yeah, he means a lot to me. So Shannon asked me, what's the intention of this album? Because, for a long time it was about healing, and then I was engaged twice in the last 6 years.
The intentions and the message.
Yes, and for a long time it was healing. Okay. For a long time the message of the album was about healing and healing from stuff. And I was like, it's not that anymore. I want to write some songs that are accessible and simple and inspirational. And so we just started writing songs, staring at the water, eating food, eating vegan food. I was having him eating vegan. He loved it. And that's where Songversation came from. But also, it's a longer story because the Israeli part of that album, I did it because I always saw myself as an artist who would incorporate my travels into my music. But then, being locked into this box and people saying that you can't do certain things because you're a black artist and blah, 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 blah. So once that Open Door was shelved, I still wanted to do the same thing. There was someone else I had on deck to work with anyway. So this artist from Turkey named Sezen Aksu. And I just called her. We were just writing demos, and I called her and asked if she would help me. And she said, anything my India is doing, I'm in. And she's like, come to Turkey now. And so I went to Turkey now. And all the songs have threads of Turkish percussion and strings and Western instruments played Turkish style.
So this feel is on the new album.
Oh yeah, all over it. This is Cocoa Butter. Is like cocoa butter on my heart. Oh, your touch is like cocoa butter on my heart. Oh, your kiss is like cocoa butter on my heart. Oh, boy, you are like cocoa butter on my heart. My heart was bruised, that's what happens when you use it. I ran into someone that turned it all black and blue. It's been that way for so long, the sight became familiar. And then your love came in just like a natural healer. You've got a way of making it all okay. You make it okay. Your love is like cocoa butter on my heart. Oh, your touch is like cocoa butter on my heart. Oh, your kiss is like cocoa butter on my heart.
lessons learned. I show you my scars. You show me works of art. I show you a blemish. You show me God's not finished. With every imperfection, you show me a blessing. You've got a way of making it all okay. You make it okay. Cocoa butter on my heart. Oh, your love is like cocoa butter on my heart. Oh, your kiss is like cocoa butter on my heart. Oh, boy, you are like cocoa butter on my heart. Ooh, you rub it in when you listen. Oh, you rub it in with your wisdom. Oh, you rub it in with a kind word. When you rub it in, nothing hurts. Your love is like cocoa butter on my heart. Oh, baby, cocoa butter on my heart. Yeah, 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 yeah. Cocoa butter on my heart. Cocoa butter on my heart. Oh, won't you put some cocoa butter on my heart? The pharmacy, they ain't got it. Now the store, they ain't got it. I looked online, I can't find it. Ooh, baby, only you got it. Said, baby, only you got it. Ain't never felt nothing like this. Oh, cocoa butter on my heart. Oh, your love is like cocoa butter on my heart. Oh, your kiss is like cocoa butter on my heart. Oh, boy, you are like cocoa butter on my heart. Ooh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Tell us about cocoa butter.
Cocoa Butter was one of the first ones we wrote when I said simple and accessible and inspirational. It was one of the first ones we wrote, staring at the water, Shannon Sanders and I. And it's just a song about how good love feels.
Spread all over you.
Rub it in. Yeah,
Lather cocoa butter.
yeah. And the videos out. Have you seen the video? You gotta see
Nah, I
the video.
haven't
You gotta see
seen
the
it yet.
video.
Okay.
You know Akon's DJ Benny D?
Okay. Yeah,
He plays a love interest in the video. It's crazy. He just came to a casting call, and I was like, him. And then I found out who he was. I was like, oh.
Akon?
Okay. Akon's DJ.
Oh, DJ.
It's DJ Benny D.
Akon comic music.
Uh-huh.
He said Akon. I just said comic music. See him sparing cocoa butter in the chest. Comic music.
No, sir. Not Akon.
Shout out to Akon, his brother Boo, man. Shout out, you know what I'm saying?
I've been on them a long time.
They
Since
get
the
that
90s.
Lady Gaga money.
I know. That international tour money.
know what I mean?
I'd be like, he's in Morocco?
Let
On
me
the
invite,
next
you know, I'm telling all these jokes, and the real jokester, man, he roasted the crowd earlier. Funny man, Ski, but come on up, man. I'm scared to let you use this mic, though. That's Ski, but this is my co-host every Sunday. You know, we do this every Sunday.
You know, we talked a little bit and everything. Excuse me, brother. I appreciate
Yeah, just be careful with that.
All right.
They got like a short or something, too,
I don't
going
know
on
what's
with it.
going on. They give me the special mic.
They got the yellow bus jump,
Yeah.
man. Short
Beep,
bus.
beep. Got my helmet. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am blessed and highly favored.
I want that bracelet.
You can have it. You can have it.
Them
But
beads.
if
Give
I
me
give
them
you, I give you this. If you give me that sweater, because my wife seen you come in with the sweater, and she said that was a bad sweater. I wasn't gonna ask you how
Man,
much.
it should be topless,
But-
man. You can't, you know, it's internet.
Ain't nothing wrong. She got a little bit of
It's
clothes
no,
on.
it's no codes, but gee whiz,
A little
man.
bit of
You wanna
clothes
take your
on. What, you got a little shirt on there. You know.
I said I want you to give it to me. I didn't say I wanted to trade.
Oh, look.
I mean,
Give me. Just give me.
I just bought it.
Look, I just talked to your mom out there now.
And besides, I'm a natural girl. She don't want these armpits on. No.
Oh my God.
I make my own deodorant. I'm TMI, but I make my own deodorant. She does not want this
You make
sweat.
your own
I make
deodorant?
my own. Because, I mean, I'm not going to go all into it, but deodorant is the leading cause of breast cancer. We know this.
Yes.
So I make my own.
Wow.
Yeah, it clogs up your lymph nodes. No,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to say this is my wife is just recovery from breast cancer, so she's cancer free now though.
And she's a huge fan.
You talk to her out in the lobby.
India.Arie fan. You know what I'm saying? Like she's like
yes.
she might be the biggest fan in DC.
Yeah, and she has brown skin just
I
like
saw
you.
her with her cute dress on.
We love the brown skin. Yes.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes.
I'm glad she's healed.
Oh yes, I am too. I'm glad she's here with me because I couldn't take care of all this by myself.
I know that's right.
Yes, I need her.
I know that's right.
I need her.
I know that's right.
Andy, what are some of the other songs that the audience can look forward to on this? I know we talked about Cocoa Butter.
All over your body.
What's some of the other tunes? What's some of your other favorite song titles?
There's one that is one of the themes of Songversation called Just Do You, which is, self-explanatory, because that's what I am doing. I mean, yeah. There's another one that is inspired by a conversation I had with Cicely Tyson that changed everything.
Wow.
Called Just Do You. It's called Break the Shell.
She's singing on the song?
No, we talked in South Africa.
Okay, oh wow, okay.
At Oprah school opening.
Yeah,
and she. It wasn't even a conversation. She talked to me. I was just listening to her, and she made me really see myself different. It's called Break the Shell.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You said in Africa.
In South Africa.
Yeah, with Cicely Tyson.
Cicely Tyson. And Oprah.
And Miss O.
That's the kind of stories we tell in Southeast. Yeah, man, because I was with
Little O in them.
Yeah, I knew Marvin Gaye when he used to come around here, man. And
sung the national anthem in. Man, but
it didn't sound like I was flossing, didn't it? I wasn't flossing.
You can tell you've been there because you said it just flowed.
It flowed.
I mean, it was definitely one of the greatest experiences of my life.
Wow. To
have, because she just was like, "You come here." It was like a fantasy. Like she knows who I am. She was like,
like a Tyler Perry movie. Like y'all when they bring
in the kitchen. Yeah, just like that. Yes.
What are y'all doing?
And Maya and Cicely in the kitchen.
Yes.
Yes. But I mean,
Wow.
She elevated me.
Yeah,
it's called Break the Shell.
Well, speaking of which, aside from being a singer, musician, writer, performer, philanthropist, what causes does India like to attach her name to? What's important to you, as an activist outside of music?
Oh, outside of music. You switched it up at the end.
Outside of music.
That's hard to answer. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
Because I am an artist who my greatest social work and contribution is the message in my music. It really is, and that's why I sing about the things I sing about, because I believe in the power of words. I know what it means to have a platform. And before I knew all of this, before I knew I was going to be India.Arie and all that, I just kind of thought, I want to sing things that I'm going to want to sing for the next 30 years that feel good, that are respectful, that my grandma's not embarrassed by. But, after 12 years, I understand the power of it and how it can help people, and it changes people, and it is part of people's healing process when they're going through different things. And so that is my greatest social contribution. And that's why, and I sing about women and our issues because I am a woman, but I understand now how valuable that is, because so much comes down to how worthy you feel and how much you love yourself, so much, how you let people treat you, what you do, what you make, so much. So that is my greatest social work, truly. And I like to have that same conversation outside of music. It's the same conversation about self-worth with young people and young women especially. So it's just what I do. Did I introduce everyone? Blue Miller on guitar and vocals. Blue and I wrote a lot of the songs from, especially my first 2 albums together, like Ready for Love and Come Back to the Middle, Always in My Head, Headed in the Right Direction. Yeah, we've been working together since my first demos for my first album. And this is Shantae Khan. And India.Arie. Otherwise known as Maytay. Because they are like stuck together like glue for the last 20 years. Are you that's okay. Can you hear yourself?
Haha. Yeah.
Okay. I'm ending with this one because it feels good to sing. I hope it feels good to you. One of my favorite things about my career is that I've been able to say the things I want to say, and it's worked commercially, which I was like, okay, God must have did that. And one of my favorite things about that, within that conversation, is that I've been able to consistently sing music that is a positive message about Black men and about men. Yes. And it's not that I haven't been through all kinds of stuff, but I just know that if I'm going to sing it every day, I should feel good about it. So I want to be singing when I'm 80, packing arenas, which is my guitar. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I've been knowing Raheem DeVaughn since 99. No, 1999, not 2099. Anyway, this is for all the brothers here. This is for you, Raheem. This is for everyone. This is Complicated Melody. He were a color, he'd be a deep dark forest green. If he were a car, he'd be a long stretch limousine with room for all of humanity inside. 'Cause he is so giving and he is so wise. If he were a number, he'd be a 5, 'cause he has such a brilliant mind. If he were an animal, he'd be an ass, 'cause he's so stubborn sometimes. But if he were a song, he'd be a complicated melody, that complicated fellow. I almost cannot sing it on key, but he means the world to me. Yeah. If he were a building, he'd be a beautiful cathedral, 'cause he is so, yes, traditionally spiritual. If he were a dance, he'd be complicated like the tango, exotic like a mango. Oh, oh. But if he were a song, he'd be a complicated melody, that complicated melody. I almost cannot sing it on key. And he means the world to me. Yeah. He ain't the reason for the sun and the moon. He's just the reason for this here tune. And he means the world to me.
and he means the world to me.
And he means the world to me. And he means the world to me.
Sing, Shantae. And he means the world to me. And he means the world to me. And it means the world to me. And it means the world to me. He better sing. 'Cause he's a complicated melody, that complicated fellow. He's a complicated melody. I almost cannot sing it on key. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Ollie. Thank you, Donita. Thank you, Blue. Thank you, Shantae. Thank you, Mimi. Thank you, Raheem. Thank you, Mitch. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Anasa. Thank you, Mom.
And most importantly, thank y'all out there for viewing this. Thank you for in-studio warm, wonderful, music-loving in-studio audience. Again, make some noise for phenomenal India.Arie Songversation. June 25th? June 25th in stores again, iTunes. Pick it up. Shout out to my brother from Never Mother, the My Picasso, one of a kind. Yet another fly canvas for the wall here at Studio 202. We humbly thank you again for your ears and your attentiveness and spreading the word. Where can people, are you on Twitter and social networking and all that cool stuff?
Yes, it's all at India.Arie.
At India.Arie. Follow her today. And pick up that album, y'all, on the 25th. So much to look in store for. When you're ever in D.C., this is your home. Feel free. We got 2 studios here and all that cool stuff, too. So, make yourself at home. You need a rehearsal space, whatever. Thank you guys as well. I know y'all, this is like your second state.
Yes.
Did you perform in Philly today as well?
Yes.
Yes? All right, that's what's up. All right, this is it. Beautiful, baby. As always, to the next time, we love y'all. We appreciate you so much. And you know the motto, when I say love, you say life, love. It's the Raheem DeVaughn Show. Y'all, peace.
My heart was bruised, that's what happens when you use it. Ran into someone that turned it all black and blue. It's been that way for so long, the sight became familiar. And then your love came in just like a natural